Hello my sweet friends, welcome back to my vlog channel. Today we are sitting by the bookshelf for a fun little chit chat video. Today I have compiled a list of 10 5-star predictions. These are books that I think I'm going to love. I'm going into them very optimistic, and I feel like when it comes to reading and books, I am kind of a hater. I am kind of a realist. I think my average rating on Goodreads is like 3.2 or something really sad. What can I say? I love hating. But today I want to be positive, and so I sat and I compiled a list of books on my radar that I really just think I'm going to love. Whether it's the authors I really enjoy, the tropes that I love, the vibes. Now granted, I haven't read any of these books, but I thought it would be fun to share them with you, and then maybe you guys can comment below like your favorite ones on this list that you want to see me include in a reading vlog, and then maybe I can do like a reading my 5-star predictions video and seeing if they actually end up being 5 stars. And without further ado, let's just get into it. I'm gonna start with the physical books that I actually own, and we'll start with romance since that is my main genre of choice. First is A False Start by Miss Elsie Silver. I mean, if you know me, then you probably know that I am an Elsie fangirl. She is one of my favorite romance authors of all time. I'm making my way through her backlist, and this is the last book in the Gold Rush Ranch series, and it follows Nadia and Griffin. Normally these aren't tropes that I necessarily gravitate to. It's got like brother's best friend, a bit of an age gap. In the book before this, we got crumbs of Nadia and Griffin, and the crumbs that we had me giggling. Like, I am so excited to see their story and their dynamic. I feel like it's gonna be a 5-star. I feel like it's gonna be my favorite in the Gold Rush Ranch series because so far none of them have gotten a 5-star. I rated multiple books in the Chestnut Spring series 5 stars. I'm hoping she pulls through with a 5-star. Next is a book that is probably the most requested by you guys. I swear I've gotten like at least 3 comments a day asking me about this book. It is Unsteady by Peyton Corinne, and I'm so excited to read this. I believe this is another college hockey romance. It is about Reese and Sadie, and Reese is a hockey player, Sadie is a figure skater. It's kind of following the similar like Icebreaker formula, and I really liked Icebreaker. It was a 4 stars, but what I think is going to propel this into the 5-star category is that it says that Reese struggles with anxiety and panic attacks and nightmares after he has an accident on the ice, and he's like too scared to skate again, and Sadie apparently helps him through that anxiety and that sort of like PTSD that he's going through. And as an anxiety girly, I just cannot wait. I cannot wait to see some anxiety rep, especially from the male love interest. And also, I follow the author Peyton on Instagram, and all of her promotional photos that she shares, like she'll share little quotes and scenes from this book, and literally every single one of them makes me want to read it. Every single one. I remember she described our main character as like pathetic, but in a sexy way. And I was like, yep, add to cart, buy, check it out. I'm so excited. Next, we have a book from an author that I have not read anything from, so could be jumping the gun, but it is Yours Truly by Abby Jimenez. Another book that I'm putting on my 5-star predictions because of the anxiety rep, or supposed anxiety rep. So this book follows Jacob and Brianna, and they are both doctors. And Jacob is new to the office. He's the new coworker in town, and he has social anxiety. He's very, very shy, very reserved. And so a lot of people in the office kind of, you know, are kind of put off by him. They don't really understand him, but him and Brianna end up sharing, like, it's either emails or letters. I think it's letters back and forth. That is also another trope that I'm a sucker for. People that like start communicating through letters or through like messaging or emails, and like you just slowly watch them I love that so much. The social anxiety rep I've heard is amazing, and the letter aspect, and honestly most people say that this is one of her best, so I don't know. I haven't read anything by Abby Jimenez, but if I had to pick which one I think is going to be a 5-star, I would pick Yours Truly. Next is a book from an author that I've read nearly everything that she's released so far, except this, at least when it comes to like her full-length novels. This is the only one I haven't read yet, and I have yet to give Ali Hazelwood a 5-star. The closest I've gotten was Love on the Brain. I gave it a 4-star, but for some reason, I just think Love Theoretically is going to be the one. I just feel like this one's going to do it for me. But I also do have the arc for Not in Love, And it could be that one too. But for now, I'm gonna go with this one because this one's already out. I've been meaning to read this. I need to catch up. Jack and Elsie, they are theoretical and physical physicists. And she is actually fake dating his brother. And I think like he is the only one that manages to see through it. What a fun way to do like a fake dating trope. And I've just heard that Jack is like an amazing love interest. And he's blonde. And if all the book girlies out there are saying that they love Jack despite him being blonde, then maybe I can too. Next is a book that's actually on my April TBR. So I am planning on reading this very, very soon. This is probably the one that I will get to first on this list, but it is Better Than the Movies by Lynn Painter. It is a YA high school fake dating romance. It follows Liz and Wes, and I'm pretty sure Liz is trying to like make this other guy jealous because she really wants to go to prom with him. So Wes agrees to kind of fake date Liz to help make this other boy, Michael, jealous. And I mean, it's classic fake dating trope. And I feel like the only way that you can really get like a good, believable fake dating trope is in a school setting, like in a high school setting. I could totally see it working. So I'm just very excited. This has amazing reviews. I feel like it is BookTube's beloved YA romance. I met my boyfriend in high school. We went to prom together. I don't know, I just feel like it's gonna bring back the nostalgia. And so I'm very hopeful for a 5-star. The last 2 physical books are not romance. First, we have a memoir. This is Crying in H Mart by Michelle Zauner. Okay, if there's something you need to know about me, it is that I am kind of a sucker for memoirs. They're like the only nonfiction books that I like constantly gravitate to, but even more so, memoirs written by women that focus on their relationships with their mother. They just always get to me. They really do something to me. Food and motherhood and life and death, like this has been on my TBR for so long, and it is a 5-star prediction, but I think because it's a 5-star prediction, and I really, really think it's gonna like fuck me up emotionally, I've just been putting it off for so long. So who knows when I will eventually get to this. And the last physical book that I have is by one of my favorite authors, Miss Sally Rooney. This is the only Sally Rooney book I haven't read yet, and I was saving it. I was waiting so that I could have like a Sally Rooney on my TBR. So I was waiting for her to announce her next book, and she finally did. It's called Intermezzo, I believe. I have no fucking clue what it's about, but I will be reading it. I am sat, I am ready. But now that I have another book to look forward to from her, I feel like I can finally pick this one up and read it. It is Beautiful World, Where Are You? I don't know who the characters are. I know it follows like a group of 4 people that kind of mix and match and entangle with each other. Sally Rooney's always gonna talk about, you know, class dynamic, wealth, privilege, relationship dynamics. Like, she's just, I love her. There is a quote from this book that I saw like 3 or 4 years ago, and I have it pinned on my Goodreads profile, and I have not stopped thinking about it ever since I read it. And so from that quote alone, I really do think it's gonna be a 5-star. Next, I have another memoir, but I have it on audio. It is Down the Drain by Julia Fox. I had to get this one on audio because she narrates it herself. There's just something so satisfying about that. Like when a celebrity narrates their own celebrity memoir, it just, thank you. I've heard amazing things about this. Not only is Julia Fox so entertaining, and I probably could sit and watch her little like TikTok, Instagram reel videos where she just spouts off random philosophical shit. Like I could listen to that on loop for like hours and hours. I feel like she always has something interesting to say, whether or not you agree with her. She's just fascinating, and her story is wild. Like I just know from like interviews and stuff that I've heard that she's gone through so much, and all the reviews I've seen for this book have been positive. So, and the last 2 I do not have physical copies of because they are not released yet. I didn't want to put too many new releases on this list because I did already do a video talking about all my 2024 anticipated releases. If you haven't seen that yet, go check it out. I had to include these 2 because they are the top of my anticipated releases, and of course they're both 5-star predictions. First one is Funny Story by Emily Henry. It comes out this month, and I actually managed to get an arc of the audiobook, so I'm definitely planning on reading it this month. I haven't been able to fully process that yet because I don't know if I'm emotionally ready to read this book. I know it says Funny Story, but Emily Henry loves to put like a fun title like Happy Place and then just emotionally wreck you. Either way, I just feel like out of everything on this list, this is probably like the most sure I feel about it being a 5-star. Most of Emily Henry's books are 5 stars to me. I think the only one I didn't give a 5-star initially was Beach Read. It was the first one I read, but I do want to go back and reread it because it is so many people's favorite that I feel like maybe it would be a 5-star now. I don't know. I know I'm gonna love it. I have no idea what the plot is, and I have been avoiding any sort of spoilers. I don't want to know anything going in, so 5-star even though I know nothing about it. Other than the male love interest is wearing yellow Crocs on the cover, and I'm into it. I'm not a hater. I loved Carden's tail. I loved Oak's hooves. I can handle some Crocs. And lastly, we have Daydream by Miss Hannah Grace. This is the 3rd book, but it's her interconnected standalone college romance series. This is the 3rd book. I don't remember exactly the characters' names off the top of my head. Icebreaker, I gave 4 stars, and then Wildfire I gave 3. I didn't like it as much. I feel like the summer camp setting didn't really give me the vibes that I wanted, like in a college hockey romance series, you know? But this time we're back at school and I'm ready. I believe it is like she's tutoring him and it's reverse Grumpy Sunshine. So she's grumpy, he's sunshine. She loves reading, she loves books, she's tutoring him, and she's wearing a folklore cardigan on the cover. So you know she's a Swiftie. As am I. The plot just seems more of what I'm looking for. So 5-star prediction. I have it pre-ordered. Hannah Grace, don't let me down. Don't let me down. And those, my friends, are the top 10 5-star predictions that I can come up with off the top of my head as of right now. If you've read any of these, let me know if you gave any of them 5 stars. And let me know which ones you want to see me read for a reading my 5-star predictions reading vlog. And hopefully I'll see you in my next video. Bye, guys.